No, I love Lala, and I think she's so passionate. I think it's probably misplaced anger a little bit. Like,
yeah.
I actually think that when Tom said, you don't care about Ariana, there is something to that because, like, do you guys remember? Like, they used to get into shit. The whole, like, I was born cool. Like, aside from her eating her out, like, they didn't really have a friendship. That's why she could probably eat her out because they weren't friends. You know what I mean?
You can't just eat out your bestie.
Right, and then go back to normal. Right. Yeah. It was like they were, and I remember even that, you guys, I remember being so mind boggled because I remember then being like, okay, lesbians hot. Like, people have all these, you know, men have these different rules maybe if you're. But it was weird to me then that Tom wasn't pissed about it, you know, that it wasn't like cheating or that it was cool. But anyway, it felt, so that's why, like, I can kind of see clearly, like, I'm not this like raging, I can see very clearly. Ariana is living the fucking life right now, okay? She is happy.
You see that Duracell ad?
That's fucking crazy.
I know.
Yeah. And she made upwards of $1 million.
In a minute, it's going to be a little bit much, you know?
For sure.
It's about to hit that
overkill.
Yeah.
Overkill.
And she said, like, but she was like, I will be taking every opportunity.
She did, which good for her.
Make the money.
You know why? She's smart too. You know, she's not an idiot. She's not thinking right now, you know, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
She knows very well why this is all happening. And I think she knows, okay, once this is over and once I don't talk about the affair, who knows if these brand deals are going to be rolling in.
I know.
Feel her, know her. And it's also like the brands are coming to her, right? She's not being like, exploit my being cheated on. But it's just wild the way the world is like, if I remember somebody DM'd me like, who is this girl like that didn't know? And I was like, where have you been? And then to explain it, you're like, it's a girl from reality TV that got cheated on. They're like, okay, why? What's happening?
Yeah.
Why is she on Glamour? Like, why?
Because there's so many people all over the world that get cheated on every day, and you're like, where are the ad deals?
And also like Lala. Let's talk about Lala for a minute, which her story was even wilder. I mean, no. Not wilder, but she has a baby.
There's a lot of layers.
There are a lot of layers. She was engaged, had a baby with him. He turned out to be like actually, I mean, Scandoval's gross too, but and
I feel like
I don't think she got one brand deal.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like he just was. Randall comes off like such a dirtbag and always has.
Yeah.
And not that, I mean, I've never really loved Scandoval, but like, you know, I think people kind of excused a lot of his behavior. Or like they were like, oh, whatever.
But do you think like what Lala's saying, like he's dangerous, like he's all those words, like do you agree with them?
About Scandoval?
Yeah.
In some
Kind
ways.
of.
In some ways. Like I think when Lisa stepped in and was like that, I think people think about the word in a different way. Like I think it's dangerous how somebody can lie like that so easily. But do I think he's gonna like physically
I'm just
hurt?
realizing. Is that the chicks that do?
Oh,
You have it
it's
too?
so unfortunate for us. Yeah.
The lightning bolts.
We were just joking. We were just joking about it. We've had we've had
it
this
for years since 2019.
Wait,
okay,
you guys,
I know.
no, it took me a
Andy did the
minute.
same thing.
He realized.
He was like,
Andy was sitting right there and he was
He's
like,
like,
oh, the
lightning
tattoos.
bolts.
And
What
we
is
were like,
that?
oh,
I mean, listen,
fuck.
they don't own lightning bolts.
no,
now.
they don't.
You know, they don't.
No, I would
pass.
like to really take back.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It'll pass.
I think when you were talking about Lala, I think it also just like the friend group, the whole dynamic, like it's a different layer. I do think apparently Ariana made like almost $1 million already, which is, I think she's opening a new business. Get the money, reel it all in. It's gonna die
I feel
down.
like they're gonna open up the shop soon too.
But I also think you don't want to become the person that's just looked at as like the girl who got cheated on. Right? Like that event, you know, this business, something about her, it's like it's gonna take off and then make that your thing. Because I don't think it's sustainable to just be like,
she's gonna have to, you know, have a team kind of guide her probably at some point to be like, okay, now you don't talk about it anymore. Like come in an interview, come on the chicks, you don't talk about, and then it's like that's how you know if this is gonna last. Like, is she gonna be able to hold this star moment without this scandal?
talk about your businesses, talk about new things.
How kind of her, by the way, that the merch and everything she sells with Katie, which I'm assuming they do 50-50, right? And it's like the shirt that she just made, which is like, fuck me with my shirt on. Yeah. Like that, she said, I mean, that was her story in the part 3. She could have sold it on ArianaMaddix.com, gotten all the profits. I think it's sweet that they're putting it into the business.